Hey go-getters, welcome back to the channel. Recently, more and more people have been loving working from the comfort of their home. Be it for someone, a company, or their own account, working from home has been gaining grounds as it is very convenient and fulfilling. So if you are one of those people who would love to work from home, we came up with 10 small home-friendly businesses to start in Africa this 2024. These businesses could be done by basically everyone, and they require little or no investment but are very profitable. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive right into the video. But before we do that, please do well already to thumbs up the video and share to as many people as possible. My name is Elvin Chick and you're watching Africa Today. The first business is the bottled water or mineral water business. The reason why I started with this business is the fact that we often tend to neglect the importance of water and value of water on the market. And I understand that it might be for certain reasons, such as the fact that we've got water basically everywhere, so we just think it's no big deal. But permit me to change your mindset by letting you know how valuable water is on the market and how much people are cashing out there when it comes to mineral or bottled water. Do you know that the sixth richest man in the world became a billionaire in dollars just from selling water? Yeah, I am talking here of the billionaire Zhong Chang. And it might interest you to know that in 2023, bottled water alone generated a whopping 342 billion worldwide. More than what the mighty Toyota company generated the previous year, which was 258 billion across the globe. And you know that Toyota is that brand that sells the most, for it is one of the most affordable car brands out there. So that just goes to tell you how important water is. Remember, water is life, right? And we drink water basically every day. And in Africa, we know that the pipe-borne water we have access to is not always the best. So a lot of people go for mineral or bottled water. A lot of homes will buy and stock bottled water to make sure that they are drinking quality water. And also in restaurants, it is always bottled water used. In events, parties, and whatnot, it's bottled water used. And even when we have our babies, mineral water is always the water used, even by the middle class or the less privileged. They would always know that if they have a baby, they should go for mineral water. So water sells a lot in Africa. You know, the human body is made up of 60% water. And that's why we say water is life, because you are what you drink, all right? The quality of the water you drink goes a long way to determine how healthy you will be. So honestly, you can never go wrong in Africa with the water processing business. So if you're interested in such a business, it is pretty easy to start. Don't get scared, all right? We are talking here of businesses you could start from the comfort of your home. So if you want to invest in such a business, you would obviously need to dig a borehole. And for that, you don't necessarily need to be buying the borehole machine. You can just rent the drilling machine, or you can hire the services of borehole drillers to do it for you. Next on, you will be needing just a small water purifying treatment plant and you are good to go. And a purifying treatment plant just costs about $3,000 to $10,000. So you can go for which one suits your budget. So next on, you would also need the vacuum molding machine, and there are different capacities as well. So you could go for the smallest capacity for your home business. But then if you haven't gotten the funds to go to that extent, you could still start by importing ready-made bottles already. You also have the option to produce sachet water. You know, sachet water is one of the highly consumed water in Africa because that's the most consumed on the streets by hawkers, pedestrians, and even school children when they are coming back from school and they feel thirsty and overwhelmed by the scorching sun that we often have. Now, the next business that you can actually do from the comfort of your home is no other business than drop shipping. Yeah, there's no way you should be existing in this date and time without knowing about drop shipping. Let's assume you are maybe 1% of those who don't know of drop shipping. So drop shipping is basically basically that business that you do without owning any physical shop. That's the simplest way to explain it. You are selling goods and services to people without necessarily owning a shop. So basically you are like the middleman between the consumer and the shop owner or the manufacturer. So dropshipping is one of those businesses that is very easy to start because you don't need money at all. So let's quickly look at some of the advantages of dropshipping. So aside from being easy to start, you don't need a physical shop like I said, and you aren't going to be stressing to deal with inventory, all right? No inventory involved, no renting of a physical shop, and no money needed. Which other business could be more attractive for a stay-at-home person? And obviously dropshipping is labor extensive, and also there's very little risk. Risk is very low because you aren't doing anything aside from convincing customers. You are just getting leads or bringing customers to the potential seller, and once the customer buys, you are making your own commission. And the risk is very low because you are not risking any money, and most of the work, if not all, goes to the supplier. Once you've sent them a customer, you can relax and just wait for your commission at the end of the day. That draws us to scalability. Yeah, that's another advantage with dropshipping, all right? It is easily scalable because of the things I just mentioned. Next on, we have e-commerce. Yeah, you got it from the name e-commerce. This is simply the buying and selling of goods and services online or electronically. That's why you see e-commerce, all right? E for electronic and commerce, the exchange of goods and services. So when we talk of e-commerce here, we've got basically 4 main types of e-commerce. We've got the business to consumer or consumer to business, and we've also got the consumer to consumer and the business to business. So you would simply go for which option suits you best. Over the years, e-commerce has been gaining grounds, and lots of people are making good money when it comes to e-commerce. And you, as a stay-at-home person, you are not an exception, all right? You see business structures like Amazon, eBay, and Shopify. Those are e-commerce platforms, right? But do you know that from the comfort of your home, you could as well participate in e-commerce? You could set up your own website, right? And you could get trained online. There are online courses where people are trained on e-commerce. I know a lot of bloggers who provide e-commerce master classes. So there are ways and ways to become eligible to run an e-commerce platform. So what you're going to do is that you're going to get a good web designer to design a well-structured and aesthetically pleasing website for you. So if you've got some little cash, you could as well go ahead to recruit an e-commerce service provider. This is someone who is going to be doing all the background work for you, and they will be handling the IT for you, managing the warehouse for you, taking care of the packing and shipping of orders, and doing the inventory. So if you've got additional money, like I said, you would better do it that way so that you don't feel all the pressure, because attributing tasks to other people makes your work easier. Because as much as e-commerce could be so profitable, it is equally so demanding at the level of work, all right? It is labor intensive actually, and you can't really cope alone, let's be honest here. So this business module is suitable for you as a stay-at-home, but at the same time, you would need some extra help. All right. But like I said, if you feel you are a genius that you are, you could as well start it all on your own and recruit later on when your business starts growing. So far, if you're loving this video, please always remember to like our videos for us, because it is the only way that you could notify to YouTube that we are doing a good job. And also endeavor to share it with your loved ones so that we get to grow the channel more. That said, let's move to the next home-friendly business idea here, which is translation services. This business, honestly, I can assure you go-getters that translation business is one of those businesses out there that is very, very lucrative and very passive. So if you're in countries, especially like Cameroon, that are bilingual already, wherein we speak English and French, translation business is definitely one of those businesses you should make good use of if you are perfectly bilingual. So being born and bred in Cameroon, I've had the opportunity of learning English and French perfectly. So translation is one of my businesses. So if you didn't know, I am actually a freelance translator as well. I am on LinkedIn, and you just need to search Elvin Chick and you're going to find me. So I translate basically from from the source language, which is French, to English, which is the target language, and also vice versa. So goal getters, if you ever need translation services, to contact me on LinkedIn or even email me at africatodayinfo.com. So like I said, the translation service business is very lucrative, and especially if you have a platform where you let people know of your service and you also get referrals from your previous clients. A single page of translation will generally cost from $10 to $100. So imagine having maybe a magazine to translate or a book to translate. Just do the maths and have an idea of what I mean when I say it is very lucrative. So when it comes to translation, the languages that are mostly targeted are languages like English, French, Spanish, Italian, and Chinese. You all know how much the Chinese are involved in the business world, and they are a group of people who aren't really good at expressing themselves in English. So whenever they could use the services of a translator to translate their quotations or whatever for them, they don't hesitate to hire. I know you might be thinking that, oh, we've got Google Translation, but always have in mind that it is at times not really accurate. And if you are relying on the AI, know that the human touch is always different from whichever form of AI results you are going to be getting. Next on, we've got online classes. Yes, this is also that one business that is gaining grounds so much, and Africans are embracing it more and more. So people are coming up with lots of online courses nowadays. We have e-commerce on online courses, YouTube master classes, and many more. And the good thing with the online class is the fact that you can teach even just skills, alright? You don't necessarily need to be professionally trained in a particular domain before you could offer classes. No. There are certain skills that you have naturally, or that you were born with, or that you developed over time, that you can teach to people as well. And you can also do that through online classes. You've probably gone online and seen people teaching. Some of them are DIYs as well. So you could see things like people knitting bags, sandals, bracelets, and many others. Some are also good at rigging, and they teach them online. So all those online courses are sometimes skills developed or gained naturally. And the biggest advantage you have with online course business is the flexibility it comes with. You have the absolute right to choose who to work with, how and when to work with according to your moods and life situations. Next on is the personal coaching business. So with this business, you are simply guiding people through their personal, emotional, or professional journey. So this business is suitable for you if you know that you have a high emotional intelligence, because with this business, you are going to be dealing with lots of emotions that you would have to be catering for, and you need to be very intelligent to know exactly how to go about it. Your prime mission is going to be guiding your clients, making sure they attain their goal, be it at the level of their profession, their personal development, or even their love life. Yeah, there are some clients who struggle with their emotional state, that is their relationships. So they need you to help them get better relationships, need you to help improve their business. So there are basically lots of things you are going to be dealing with. So you could as well specialize, alright? And it is important to note here that if you decide to be a personal coach, your own life should actually serve as an example or as a reference to your clients. So you should be mindful of the way you live your own life too. Like I always say, in any business, you should reflect what you sell or what you teach. And personal coaching is not an exception, alright? Now the next business on our list is the tutoring and test prep business. This business is not new, for it has been existing in Africa for ages, but then there are ways that you could do it in a more appealing or modern way. Always note that in any business, or in most businesses, they are never new, but there are maybe new strategies, or there's this personal touch that you could bring to a business and make a whole difference. So now when we talk of tutoring business, we are talking here of making it from the comfort of your home, and you could do it virtually, right? You could have clients around you who could maybe displace themselves to come to your home, but you could as well do it online or virtually. And you know your target clients are mostly going to be students who are maybe prepping for their end of year exams, or people preparing to sit for a national competitive exam. So obviously Obviously, you are going to be addressing specific needs, so you could choose maybe a few subjects or even one subject and specialize in that subject. You know you're going to be dealing with students maybe who've got difficulty in maths, biology, history, literature. So basically, depending on which subject you master best, I would advise you go for at most 3 subjects. All right, you could go, for example, for languages like English and French and maybe literature added to it, as well as you could just go for maybe mathematics. All right, you could specialize in maths and just tutor on maths. So the next thing you should consider before involving in this business is the fact that you need to be very good at transmitting knowledge. This is because there is a clear difference between mastering something and transmitting it to someone else. There are lots of people out there who know and master a subject, but they can't really teach it or transmit that same knowledge to someone else. So that's why I talk of being very skilled at transmitting knowledge before venturing in this business structure. And the good thing with this business is that you could actually tutor many students at a time. All right, if you are doing it virtually, you could actually do a video call, be it WhatsApp or a Zoom call, whichever one suits you. You could do it with your students at the same time. So you just need to get people to know that you offer such services, and like I always say, you can advertise your services online. And once you get students that you tutor, you should know that you have the responsibility to guarantee their academic success. With that said, let's move to the next business, which is bakery. Yeah, I talked about this business in one of my videos, and I am coming back to it because it is so lucrative and very suitable as a home business. This is one of those businesses that you could do from the comfort of your home and even never rent if you want. Here you're going to be baking and supplying cakes for your customers, and most cake customers always want it delivered to their parties or their homes. So this is a business wherein you don't necessarily need people to come to your home, but you can just do it from the comfort of your home and deliver to them. And you know kids love cupcakes a lot, so you could actually target women around your vicinity and propose them to supply cupcakes for them, for their kids, that they could use maybe to throw in their kids' lunch boxes for school and also give to their kids as snacks during the day. We also have what we call chin chin in Africa that you could be making and letting people know that you make chin chin, because it is something that adults love as well. And a lot of people often buy it and just keep in their homes to entertain their guests with. So there are lots of ways for you to make money with this business module right from the comfort of your home. That said, let's move to the next business idea here, which is a mini daycare. Yeah, this is a business that is so suitable for your home. All you need to do is make sure you've got enough space that you could use for such a business. And I don't think I'll be getting into details for this video not to be too long, as I already explained this business idea detailedly in this video. So I would advise you check out this video and get details about the mini daycare business. For this business is so lucrative and suitable for stay-at-home moms or retired moms. So if you're interested in this business, you know what to do. And the link to the video will be in the comment section and the description box as well. And before we proceed, please permit me to thank our lovely members who've always taken out time to support the channel, thereby supporting Africa as a whole. We want you to know that we don't take your subscriptions for granted, and we can assure you that it will go a long way to impact lives. That said, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on my next one.